Good morning, student. Now I am going to solve some numericals problem which is based on chapter gravitation, because I have already completed all topics of gravitation. And student, revise syllabus of the gravitation, only you have to study only this topic: universal law of gravitation, force of gravitation of the earth, acceleration due to gravity, mass and weight, and that is what? Free fall. So this is the syllabus for gravitation chapter. Rest of the topic will be deleted in this year. Now I am going to solve the numericals which is based on the NCERT exercise, and I have solved question number 14 up to question 14. Now I am going to solve question number 15, and listen carefully. A stone is thrown vertically upward with an initial velocity of 40 meter per second, taking g equal to 10 meter per second square. Find the maximum height reached by the stone. What is the net displacement and the total distance covered by the stone? So student, question number 15 from NCERT, question number 15, and the quantity which is given: a stone is thrown with a vertically upward with initial velocity of 40. So it is u given, that is what? 40 meter per second. G, that is given 10 meter per second square. And student, find the maximum height h max, that is what we have to find out. And what is the net displacement? Second, that is what? Net displacement. Net displacement. Net displacement, that is we have to find. And third, that is what? Third, that is total distance covered by the stone. Total distance covered by the stone. And student, when the stone is thrown in vertically upward, when it reaches to a maximum height, its final velocity, that is what? 0. So at maximum height, means what? H max, final velocity of the stone, that is what? 0. And we have to find H max using the formula v square equal to u square in upward direction, that is what? G negative. And student, when it will be 0, u, that is what? 40 square to g 10, and h, that is what? H maximum. So it can be written as, student, 40 into 40, and when it comes to here, that is what? 10 into 2, 20 into h max. So this will be cancel out, and this will also cancel out to 20. So h max, so maximum height comes out to be, that, student, 80 meter. So maximum height reached by the stone, that is what? 80 meter. And next one, net displacement. It means what? When it reaches to, this stone reaches to maximum height and then come back to the original initial position. So net displacement, that is what? So second case, height, that is what? Total distance covered, that is in upward, that is what? 80 meter. So when stone return back the final position of stone coincides with initial position. And student, when final position and initial position of the stone coincide, it means what? Net displacement, that is 0. So net displacement that is what? 0. And when it moves from this position to ground to maximum height and then come back to what? Again at the ground. So that is what the total distance that is what? Is scalar quantity. So it will be added, where displacement is a vector quantity. So net displacement, that is what? Final position of the stone coincide with the initial position when the stone return back. So net displacement 0, but total distance traveled, total distance covered by stone, which is 80 plus 80, that is what? Which is 160 meter. This is the answer. So maximum height 80 meter, net displacement of the stone, that is what? 0, and total distance covered by stone, that is what? 160 meter. And this is answer of question number 15. And next one is student question number 16. Question number 16, listen carefully. Question number 16. Calculate the force of gravitation between the earth and the sun, given that the mass of the earth 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg and that of the sun is 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg. Average distance between the two is 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meter. So student, you know that F equal to G m1 m2 by r square, and with this formula we can find the force of gravitation between earth and the sun. So mass of the earth, which is given 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg, student. Mass of sun, ms, 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg, and distance between them, suppose that d we have taken here, that is 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meter, and capital D we can take 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square by kg square. And student, we have to find the force acting between earth and the sun, gravitational force. So you know the formula, gravitational force, G m1 m2, mass of earth, mass of sun by distance of square, and putting the value 6.67 10 to the power minus 11. This is the value of universal gravitational constant. Mass of earth, that is what? 626 into 10 to the power 24. Mass of sun 2 into 10 to the power what? 30, and the square of this means 1.5 10 to the power 11 whole square. And student, 6.67 clear, and this is 50, and suppose that 10 to the power minus 13, 24 minus 11, 13, this will be what? 13 plus 13 or 30, 30, 54, 54 minus 10, 54 minus 10, that is what? 54 minus 11. So it comes out to be that is what? 3, and this will be comes out to 43. So here comes out to be that plus 43. This power positive, it will be added 30, 24, 54 minus 11. So power comes out to be plus 43. And student, when, and also 6 into 2, which is given and it can be written as 1.6 into 1.6 into 10 to the power 11 22. So student, this decimal cancel out, so it can be written as what? This will be written 6.67 1.5 into, student, this will be written as 60. This decimal when remove 60 by 15 into 2, and this will be what? 43 into, when this power moved into the numerator becomes what? Minus 22. And student, 15 4 ja, it comes out to what? 60. And this f comes out to be that. So f can be written as 6.67 10 to the power 3 to 1, that is what? 21. 43 minus 22, that is 41, and this will be what? 8. 4 into 2, and this is denominator, that is what? 1.5. So student, it is written as 66.7 by 15 after removal one decimal. So, or it can be written as a student 8 7 ja, or it can be written as 66.7 by 1.5 student, and it can be written as what? This will be 20 into 10, 20 into 8, and this cancel out 667, this decimal cancel out 15, and that is 8 into 10 to power 20, and student, 15 66, 15 4 ja 60, 67, again 15 4 ja 67 point, and again 15 4 ja 60, 15 4 ja 60, that is what? 6 67, again 54 ja 60, 7, and again point 16 4 ja 60 10, and 15 6 ja, and this will be 8 into 10 to the power 20, and student, multiply this, and it comes out to be that. So f comes out to be that 44.46 into 8 into 10 to the power 20. It can be written as 8 6 ja 48, 8 4 36 3 5 3 35. So 8 6 ja 48, 4, 8 4 ja 32, 4 36 3, 8 4 ja 32, 3 35, 3 8 4 ja 32 35, and decimal 2 place. So it can be written as 10 to the power 20, and student, it comes out to be the 3.5568 10 to the power, that is what? 2 decimal moves right left side, so power plus 22, and student, this is what? More than 5, so it can be written as 3.56 into this 5 is written as 6, and this is what? 22, and this is the force acting between, this is the force of gravitation between earth and the sun, 3.56 into 10 to the power 22. This is the answer of question number 16. Next question, student, question number 17. Question number 17, and Question number 17. Listen. A stone is allowed to fall from the top of a tower 100-meter high. 100-meter. This stone. A stone is allowed to fall from the top of a tower 100-meter high, and at the same time another stone is projected vertically upward from the ground with a velocity of 25 meter per second. So this is stone 1, and another stone which is another stone 2 which moves with throw vertically upward with a velocity of 25 meter per second. Calculate when and where the two stones will meet, and we have to calculate where and when these two stones what meet, and the height of the tower from the ground, that is what, 100 meter. So student, in this diagram we draw this diagram. This is what, ground, stone first, which is, this is the tower, stone first which is dropped, another stone, that is what, stone 2 which move with a velocity of 25 meter per second. Let at a and total height, that is what, 100 meter, that is what height which is given, 100 meter. And suppose at a point P, O, and this will be what, G, and suppose at x distance from the ground both stone will meet. So this distance, that is what, x, and total distance, that is what, total height, that is what, 100. So this distance, that is what, 100 minus x. So O to P distance, that is what, 100 minus x, and this is distance, that is what. So let the two stone meet at point P, which is x distance, which is x height from ground. So suppose let the two stone will meet at point P, which is x height from ground, for first stone. For first stone, distance traveled by first stone which reach at the point P. It means what the distance traveled by stone to reach from O to P, that is what, 100 minus x, and when it was drop, initial velocity of the first stone, that is what, 0. G we have taken, that is what, 9.8. So for first stone, let after time t both stone meet at P. So for first stone, distance traveled by distance h equal to what? This is for first stone first, using formula h equal to ut plus half gt square, and initial velocity of the first stone, that is what, 0. Here the first stone, which when it drop, initial velocity, that is what, 0. After time t, g, that is we have taken 9.8, and that is what, t square, And what the distance travel from O to P? Distance let after time t both stone meet at a point P. It means what? What the distance traveled by first stone from O to P. So what height it moves? That is what? 100 minus x. This is 100 minus x height or distance traveled by first stone which reached at a point P. For second stone, first stone, and that is what? Second stone reach at a point P after time t. Again we use h equal to ut minus half gt square in upward direction, g time be taken negative. H, that is what? What the distance traveled, what the height acquired of second stone when it reach at point P. So that is what? X. Here u which is given 25 after time t minus half g, that is what? And no need to write, only we have to write that is what? Gt square. Here gt square also after solving, then we put the value of g. So this is equation 2. At what time, at what height they will meet? So now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Add equation 1 and 2. Adding equation 1 and 2. Adding equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. So student, here 100 minus x, first equation, here that is what? X, and here left hand side that is what? Half gt square, and here that is what? Plus 25t minus half gt square, and this half gt square plus half gt square cancel out, and student x minus x cancel out. So here 100, that is what? 25t. So that is what? 4. So t equal to 4 second. So at what time these two stones will meet? These two stones meet after 4 seconds. This is the first answer. And up to what position? When and where? So put the value of, in equation 1, put the value of t in equation 1. So next, from equation 1, put t equal to 4 second. So 2, that is what? 100 minus x, that is what? Half g, we put here 9.8, and t square, that is what, student? T square means what? 4 square. Clear? And 100 minus x, it can be 4.9 into 16, and student, it can be written as 100 minus x, 16 9 ja 144, and 14 16 78.4. This is the multiplication of 4.9 into 16, and student, when x right side, and it comes to what? 100 minus 78.4, that will be what? 6, and that is 21.6. 6 4 10, 8 9 10. So this is what? Where it will meet? Both stone will meet at 21.6 meter from ground, because x we have taken from what? From ground. So they will meet at a point P, which is 21.6 meter from the bottom or from the ground. Clear? And this is the answer. And so time comes out to 4 seconds and x equal to what? 21.6 meter. And student, now I am going to give a question to you and you solve it and send it through WhatsApp up to 5 p.m. tomorrow. And this is the homework for you. And question I am going to write on the board. Homework. HW. Question. A ball thrown up vertically. A ball thrown up vertically. A ball thrown up vertically returns to the thrower after 6 seconds. Find first the velocity with which the velocity with which it was thrown up. It was thrown up. And second, that is maximum height it reaches. The maximum height it reaches. And third part, that is what? Its position after 4 seconds. If there is a necessary, you can take g equal to 9.8 meter per second square. And this is the question. A ball thrown up vertically return to the thrower after 6 seconds. Find the velocity with which it was thrown up, the maximum height it reaches, and third, its position after 4 seconds. Take g equal to 9.8 meter per second square. And this is the homework for you, and you will send the solution tomorrow up to 5 p.m. Thank you.